Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up? What's going on? How are we doing on tonight? What's going on? Hello, everybody on Facebook. Hello to everyone on YouTube. Hello to everyone that's on Periscope. Hello to, of course, everyone on Podbean. Welcome. Oh, my goodness, to the ride. Let's go. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is featured here on Podbean and every Tuesday at 7:30 and every Saturday at 3 o'clock. And of course, I am here on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope also at that particular time. What is going on tonight? What's up? Hey, Fred, what's up, Noop? I see you, bro. Sappho, what's going on? Hello, bro. Phipps, what's going on, man? And my brother, my cowboy brother, Terrence Collins, is in the house. What is going on with everybody tonight? Listen, before we move and get everything out of the way, listen, you guys, want you to know that music tonight that you heard was from my guy, Alec Winters. You can see there on your screen, a young man who does jazz. You can find his handle on Instagram. All you have to do is type that in, Alec X Winters, and you will hear music just like that all the time. So go to his page, follow him. And of course, tonight, our show is being sponsored by the Fragrance Shop Memphis. The Fragrance Shop Memphis. Listen, you guys really need to go ahead and get a jump start on Valentine's Day. We are 2 weeks away from Valentine's Day, just 2 weeks. And I know you guys and you young ladies that may be here are already trying to shop and everything. Listen, do something a little different this year for Valentine's Day or your significant other. Don't spend on your money on no flowers. You know, the flowers are alive and then a couple days later they dead. You know, so I think everybody, that's the universal thing to go ahead and buy flowers. But you know, in a couple days they dead. What's up, Mike? I see you, man. Hey, bro, Tommy, I see you. They dead in a couple days. So try to do something that's gonna last a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Hey, Mr. Town on YouTube, I see you. Do something different. Don't buy no chocolates. The chocolates last, sometimes them chocolates be stale. You know what I'm saying? Go on buy some cologne, get a nice bottle of cologne or perfume. Do that. That's all. Do that. Buy that at the Fragrance Shop Memphis. They throw away, look, guys, look, the days, I know they got the commercials out with the Old Spice commercial and all that. Look, get rid of Old Spice. I mean, come on now. Get a get a nice bottle of cologne or perfume for your significant other. And the Fragrance Shop Memphis, there it is on your screen. The Fragrance Shop Memphis. It's a Facebook page. It is a Facebook page. The Fragrance Shop Memphis has everything that you need. All you have to do is go to that Facebook page, the Fragrance Shop Memphis. And if you're out of town, don't worry about it. It can get shipped to you immediately. All you have to do is go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis. There's the email if you want further information, the Fragrance Shop Memphis at gmail.com. That's all you have to do. Yeah. Flowers and fragrance are a great combination, no doubt. Go to the Fragrance Shop. There's a place that's owned by my fraternity brother, and I promise you, he will take care of you. All right, listen, I'm not going to waste time. I know some of you guys have gotten off work. I know you guys have had a little funny day. Listen, we're not going to waste time. I got my phone with me before we start because see, my content on my show is depending on what I see in the next 5 seconds. Y'all excuse me for a moment. Let me check my phone. Dak still ain't signed. Maybe my phone not up to date. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all check your phones out. Y'all check your phones out real quick. If somebody got it, let me know right now. Let me know right now because I just checked my phone. I'm hooked up to all the little Cowboys, things they have. And if it's breaking news, I would get it kind of me. Like I was just making sure that my phone is in good shape. So let me check one more time before I go on my tirade because I don't want to waste energy. You understand? So let me look one more time. Y'all look at y'all phones too. Y'all look at y'all phones. This just let me look and see. Uh, uh, That's still not signed, y'all. He's not signed. He's not signed. And I'm ticked off. I mean, I at this point, y'all, come on, help me. Look, I don't want to be the star tonight, okay? I don't want to be the star tonight. Because I think I've made very clear where I stand in this issue. I'm gonna add a little bit more to it, but I believe I made my stance extremely clear on where I stand on this issue. I need you guys to help me. Maybe you guys see something that I'm not seeing. I help me. Tommy. Okay, Tommy said he just signed April Fool's. Yeah, but it's February. You see what I'm saying, Tommy? See what I'm saying? It's February. I can't. I can't. Somebody help me. Help me to find another. I got plenty of Cowboy fans on here right now. You guys help me because I'm convinced. I'm convinced that they don't believe in them. I'm convinced that they don't want to pay them. I'm convinced that they done messed up for the last couple of years. I'm convinced that too many people are involved that shouldn't be involved. I'm gonna get into that in a second. I'm gonna get into that in just a second. But I got a problem, y'all. Somebody help me. For all you guys that's joining on, I'm looking at the numbers creep up a little bit. I appreciate you guys peeking in. Podbean says no breaking news. No, it's no breaking news. Okay, I need somebody to shift my mindset and give me a different angle on why it's taking so long. Huh? Tommy says Jerry is wanting another yacht. Like, what did he try to do? Save money? I mean, is Jerry trying to save money? I don't get it. I don't get it. I got a little few informative methods, material that I need to show you. And then we just need a group therapy session tonight. Somebody need to help me because I'm still week by week. I'm still saying the same thing. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm hearing the same thing, and it don't take this long to sign your franchise quarterback. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go right here. Here we go right here. All right. Let's I got some notes here, but I want you guys to kind of direct the show tonight. I don't mind. Let's start right here before I get informative with my little notes that I have. Kevin Phipps says, I believe Jerry wants to franchise him again. What y'all think? Let me tell you something. If I believe he's gonna get the franchise tag starting off. Now, let's get this right. He wants to franchise him. Well, I'm saying he's going to franchise him probably, and then they have until July to come up with a long-term deal. Okay, let me get my light. I forgot my light. Some of y'all can't see me too good, so let me get my little thing. That's better. There you go. All right. So I believe they're going to do it just to keep him from becoming a free agent, unrestricted free agent. They're going to have to tag him. And then they got to July. I don't know if, I don't see the benefit, Kevin. I mean, not Kevin, Tommy. Kevin Phipps. I'm sorry. Bro, Phipps, I don't see the benefit of them franchising again. This is the reason why. If they franchise him and he had to play on another franchise tag, then that also tell me you don't want to win. Because you ain't going to have no money for other stuff. If you franchise Dak, okay, that's probably going to be $38 million on your cap, okay? You're not going to have no money for no extra help. Your extra help is going to come from the bottom of the barrel of free agents. You're going to have to keep money just to sign your rookies and your practice squad, okay? So all these big names you guys that's talking about, like Richard Sherman and all that, if they franchise Dak and all that kind of stuff, look, y'all gonna forget that. We'll be at the bottom of the barrel, getting middle of the pack free agents. You know, we'll be in the same spot we in this year. Okay, so it doesn't make sense unless you just don't want to win. I mean, that's the only thing I can come with. So I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Let me check Podbean and make sure I got okay. We good on that end. All right. Let me go down the line. My brother Kevin is here. Kevin Carr is here. Kevin Carr says Dak deserves better. If they not gonna sign him long term, trade him for 2 first rounders and a defensive player to the Colts or Broncos. All right, Kevin gonna throw a curveball in here. Okay, Kevin Carr done threw a curveball. It help me out. So Dak deserves, if they're not gonna sign him long term, trade him for 2 first rounders and a defensive player to the Colts or Broncos. Where are the Broncos drafting? That's my question. Are we talking this year first rounders? Are we talking 1 first rounder this year and a 1 next year and all that kind of stuff? I want to know what we got in the first round, what they got this year in the first round. The Broncos got to be drafting high because they had a bad record. The Colts went to the playoffs, so that's in the lower ranking of the draft this year. Kevin, I'm going to assume that you're talking about maybe something this year and something next year as far as first rounders go. To be honest with you, let me throw this in. Some of y'all not gonna like this anyway. Y'all know y'all not gonna like this right here. So let me go ahead and say it. Trading Dak, and please, when I say this, y'all, look, when I say this, understand that I'm a Cowboy fan. Understand that most of you guys are Cowboy fans, okay? Get your feelings out of the way when I say this. Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? I see you, Kevin. Kevin said it would have to be this year's first or next year's first. Okay. Get your feelings out the way. To be honest with y'all, it would benefit the Cowboys to trade them. Boy, y'all didn't like that. Y'all didn't like that. It would benefit us to keep him, but it would also benefit us to trade him. Why? Because at this point, you're going to get a boatload. Nothing like Deshaun Watson. It won't be nothing like the deal that y'all saw for Stafford, but it'll be something close to it if you did it. I don't want to trade him. I understand where Kevin is coming from, though, on that. So and a defensive player to the Colts or Broncos, and that really all depends on Kevin who those people are. Will, I see you, man. I'm sorry for not acknowledging. He said to me, Jerry loves the attention of controversy. That's why he's dragging this thing on. Of course, he loves it. He's drama. He know how to put on the show now. Yeah, Kevin Carr. I didn't see that other comment. He said trade him to a franchise that will appreciate him. Period. There's no question about that. Plenty of people would love to have Dak Prescott at this present moment. I have no question about it. Hey, Mr. Harris on Podbean, how you doing, sir? Oh my God, my elders on here, Elder Darren Johns, he says if he franchise him, why not give him the money? It will cost him more every year he don't sign him. Well, that's the question that we all have. It only makes sense if you go ahead and do it. Okay? No question. Wendy, you already know what we on. We on deck tonight. No question. Tommy says, how there is nobody out there. How there is nobody out there. Oh, you talking about, I guess you talking about that possible trade, Tommy, with the Colts or the Browns that Kevin was talking about. They have some players. They do have some players. But, you know, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I want them, but at the same time, if you can get a boatload of picks, it's not like for instance, everybody talking about the Lions with Matthew Stafford. Please understand the Detroit Lions are very happy with the deal that they made. Do y'all see all them picks that they got? Okay, so I know everybody talking, they concentrating on golf, okay? But please understand Detroit is very happy with what they received from the Rams. The Cowboys will be just as happy. We're in a lot of emotion tied to Dak now. Now, there's a whole lot of folks that will just turn the Cowboy cards in if Dak get traded away. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's you know, if they ain't just knee deep into the Cowboys, they'll leave quick, and I can't blame them. Let me see. Tommy says, let me see. But I'm sorry. Wendy says, I like talking about Dak now. Oh, of course, we talking about him. Yeah, no question. Need something like a Herschel Walker trade. Tommy says, I think Dak will bring a nice trade if that happens. I don't think it'll be the sizable amount like it was for Herschel. You gotta understand what Herschel Walker was when that trade happened. And even though Dak is, in my opinion, one of the top quarterbacks in the league, I don't think he would generate the kind of trade like Deshaun Watson is going to bring. I don't think he'll generate the type of trade that Matthew Stafford got. It'll be something close to it, but I don't think it would be something on that level. But I think we need to keep him. Let me tell y'all this. Let me check Power Beam, maybe. Power Beam may talking. Hey, good, Ms. Hatt. I see you say you're doing good. That's great, man. Listen, I had a problem, yo. I had a problem. I had a problem because with everything with Dak going on, all this Dak talk, I see you with who I got for the Super Bowl. I'm going with the Chiefs. To answer your question, I'm going with the Super Bowl. I'm going with the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. No doubt about it. I have no choice. I just believe Mahomes just too good. Tommy said, I think we do too. Let me show y'all this, if y'all don't mind. Let me show y'all this, because I hope y'all can see this. I hope y'all can see that. Let me move this out the way. Look at y'all screen if you don't mind. Well, let me take it back. Okay, y'all forgive me. This is what my problem is. I hope y'all can see this. Let me know if you cannot. It should be on your screen. Listen. Once again, I know y'all saw it. I know y'all can hear me. Y'all can't see me right now, but once again, I'm irritated because Dak Prescott has opened his mouth again. Okay, y'all let me know if y'all can see that. I hear you, Wendy, say I'm gonna have to narrate. Is it because you can't see it? Listen, Dak Prescott. Somebody let me know if you can't see it good enough. Let me know. I'm sorry. Some of you may have to squint your eyes. I'm sorry, but I'm trying my best here. Dak Prescott has opened his mouth again. And what he did was retweet something. You can see that. And he was saying something about all the guys from Dak's draft and how all of them are out the NFL. And then he got to Dak, and you can see it on top of your screen there. He said, you see what it say, B better have my money, because he's the last one standing. And Tad it seems to me, and I had to think about it, y'all. I had to think that I saw that, and Tad is running his mouth immediately. I hope y'all checking me out tonight. Too small in car. I'm sorry. Is anybody else? Look, I see you, Wendy. Does anybody else see this? Does anybody else rotate your phone? Then you'll have a full view. This is on the screen on the computer. Let me just get out of it because y'all can't see it. I'll get out of it. Here I go. So Tad is running his mouth. And I had to think about it because on my last show, I had said, I don't want to hear nothing about Dak Prescott. That's what I said. I didn't want to hear nothing from him. I wanted to hear Dak Prescott. I don't want to hear nothing from Dak Prescott. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear him because it's been too long that Dak ain't saying nothing. That's what I said. Okay, we got a Saints fan on here. Darren John said, trade him to the Saints for Tyson Hill since Jerry wants to pay a white quarterback. You know, that's some, hey, okay. Hey, okay. Well, that's in the play too, you know. But let me say this. I'm tired of hearing Dak Prescott. And then I had to think just a little bit. Y'all bear with me just for a second. Hey, Apostle Allen, I see you, man. Thank you. I had to sit down for a minute, y'all. And I had to think about it. Because see, Tad comes out way too quick. And because he's coming out so quick, that's not a mistake. And so with Dak, this is my conclusion. Y'all agree with me if you want. This is what I'm thinking. Because if it was a hindrance, Dak would tell his brother, hey man, just cool out, you know. Wait, just let me handle the thing. Just hold up. Just hold up. That's what Dak would tell him if it was a problem. But it seems like every time something happens, I mean, I don't know if you guys wake up early enough to watch the show Get Up on ESPN. They said something about Dak, and Tad immediately tweeted out something immediately in regards to what they were saying. Now, if it was such a detriment, I think Dak would say, hey, brother, come, you know, just chill out for a minute. And then it dawned on me that maybe Dak don't want that to happen. I believe he wants his brother to speak out. Why? Because his brother is giving the country the true feelings of Dak. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what's going on. And if that is the case, because I just really believe that he would have told his brother, hey, cool out. But it ain't happened because Tad talking too quick and he talking too much as far as I'm concerned. So I believe tonight that Tad is giving us an inside view of what his brother is really thinking. I believe that now. And if that is the case, then we need to pay attention to what Tad is saying. Because what Tad is saying, all these other guys y'all picked before me, and I'm the last one out of this group that's still standing. I'm the last one that got all these stats. I'm the last one. And you're going to have to pay me. That's what Tad is saying. And I believe that's what Dak is saying. And so I want to take this time to apologize to Dak Prescott because I think I see the strategy now. Dak is going to be Dak's real, I don't want to call him a runner or something like that, but he's going to be his bite dog. Can I say it like that? He's going to be his bite dog. And then whatever's been said once Dak finally talked, it seemed to me Dak don't want to say nothing until it's time to sign the contract. And then Dak will go ahead and be the real nice guy like he is and say what else. So in other words, his brother is doing all the dirty work. Y'all, anybody this? Look, it's our show tonight. Y'all come on, talk to me. Come on, talk to me. Keep Dak, Mr. Harris said, keep Dak, everything will be okay. The boys will be back in the playoffs. I think so. I think so. Wendy said something very interesting. She said, I still believe Zeke's dad pushed the right buttons for Zeke. And she said, hello, his Mr. Elliott. Yeah, so, and once you think about it, since Wendy brought that up, that brings out another interesting point. Y'all remember my last show, I said, hey, Dak, learn from your teammates. Y'all remember that? I said, learn from your teammates, copy them. Now, what I was talking about was threatening to hold out. But Wendy just brought up a tremendous point. Zeke's dad was the front runner for him. Why Zeke Elliott didn't say nothing. He did all that talking, and Zeke didn't tell his dad, hey, Dad, hey, please just let me handle, let my agent handle it, and we'll get it together. Let my agent handle it. Let my agent handle it. Don't say nothing. No. Mr. Elliott was doing a whole lot of talking. And then Zeke wasn't saying nothing. Zeke stayed in Cabo. Didn't say nothing. Then all of a sudden, the pressure got on, and then he signed the contract. Could it be Dak is following Ezekiel Elliott's footsteps? Thank you, Wendy, for that point. I believe that may be the case. And so, if that is the case, Dak has leverage. Okay? Let me show y'all something else. I'm sorry if y'all don't see it. I hope you do. But let me share this real quick. Don't worry about me going out. I'm coming now with this. Hopefully you guys can see that, which you cannot. Right there at the bottom, it says that Dan Cecilio says right above his name, I'm being told the Cowboys will offer Dak a 5 years, $175 million contract. That's what it says. It says he's being told that the Cowboys are signing him to a $175 million contract. Y'all help me out right quick. Isn't that the same contract that they tried to sell him last year? Y'all come on, help me, because I'm having a hard time with Jerry Jones right now. If the man turned down the contract last year, why are you coming with the same deal again this year? Does that make any kind of sense to you? Other than you saying, look, you're going to sign what we want you to sign, and that's going to be it. And Dak boldly, yeah, when I saw it, boss had the number of years there, yeah. I saw, look, if he turned it down last year, don't y'all think it's insulting to come right back again, the same amount of years, when everybody know by now that Dak had just said he want a 4-year deal? Why are you insulting this man again by saying a 5-year deal at the same amount of money? As if Dak is desperate. Dak not desperate. That's why Dak signed these endorsement deals. He good. Last year, he got a full $31 million. He good. Dak is good. Dak is not desperate. I'm insulted tonight. I'm insulted by the Jones family because, and again, that was a rumor. That's what they said. But if it's not a rumor, why are we insulting this man, trying to get him to do what we want him to do, as if you're in charge? I don't understand the Jones family. And what's happening is that it is the disrespect. I feel like I'm in church right now. Let the church say disrespect. Look, the disrespect that Dak is being given. Number one, for it being this long, that's disrespect long enough. It shows lack of appreciation. It shows unbelief. That's what it shows. Then number two, if that is the case, if you're going to give him and offer him the same amount, which probably will represent the top end of the deal, that's usually that's what we say. Okay, this is what we got. They ain't going up. That usually you don't go up. You kind of meet in the middle somewhere. Isn't this? I mean, do you want to tick this man off to the highest level? This is all that I'm seeing. I'm seeing more and more disrespect, and his brother is trying to tell everybody, look, y'all gonna have to pay me. You paid Wentz, you paid Goff, and I'm better than both of them. Don't come to me on the same level. Look, see what I'm saying? Dak is saying, don't come to me even on the same level contract that they got. We're not the same. That's what Dak is saying. We're not the same. You're gonna have to up the money on. You got to raise it out. Wendy said, why we do so he'll give Wendy, I can't say what you're saying, but they can read it. I love it though. I love you, so funny. She also said JJ made a circus of the star. No, he's making a circus. See, I can't fully agree with you, Win, on that, because in other areas he's done well as far as trying to take care of players that we know we need. He's paid them. The circus is that he paid them first. That's the circus. You pay your quarterback first, then you pay everybody else. He's made a circus because it don't take this long to sign a franchise quarterback. It does not. And I don't understand. I think I'm understanding it. I'm almost, and like I said on the other show Saturday, look, once they sign him, everything that I've said will go, away. They can prove me wrong. But right now, after 2 years, I'm left with no other conclusion that they don't want him. They may want him year by year, but they don't want him long term. Because if you want him long term, you want to let this thing get out of hand like this. Which goes back to what I originally said. I don't believe that they believe in him. I just don't. I don't. Not fully. I don't see it. And it's really frustrating. That's why his brother is talking. That's why the fans are pretty much all on one accord, and we're all talking, saying like, what in the world is going on here? That's why everybody's calling for Jerry Jones' head. That's why we saying, man, what kind of organization is this? What kind of organization is this? How are we gonna win if the top of the head is messed up? The top of the head is Jerry Jones, which means Stephen Jones is messed up. You can't start a team talking about the team. It ain't too many teams that got a messed up owner and then the team win anyway. This thing have to line up in sync on all levels of the organization, from the ownership to the general manager to the head coach, then to the players. And the way I just called it, ownership, messed up. General manager, who's the owner at the same time, messed up. Head coach, I ain't gonna say he messed up, but he ain't great either. Middle of the pack. Players, mediocre. So you got two F's up top. You got two F's up top. If we're doing a grading system, we got two F's. Well, I can't give him an F. I'll give Jerry, because see, you just can't limit it today. You got to get everybody in. So I give Jerry a C plus. C plus. You get an F for Dak, and I'll give you about a B for all the other signings. That average out to be about a C minus, C plus. I'll give him that. Head coach, C. Players, C. I mean, so that's average, right? I mean, that's average, right? And what the problem is, we fans are expecting A-type production from average type organization right now. And I can't get emotionally involved right now, because I got a feeling we're gonna be very irritated in a few more weeks. I believe that. I believe we're gonna be very irritated, because what we're gonna hear, my prediction is Dak is gonna be they're gonna franchise him. And then they're going to say, you're going to hear for the next 2 months after that, they're going to be talking about, as they did last year, they're going to say, oh, we're going to get the contract done before July. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We just have to iron out a few differences. I mean, good Lord, the iron done died out. You've been ironing for the last 2 years. Huh? We've been ironing. I mean, how many more numbers? How many more numbers when they say, are we wrong? The talent has been there time after time. Yeah, we wrong because we get the results. How many irons we gonna do, y'all? How much ironing do we have to do? 2 years of ironing. We're gonna iron out the handle. We're gonna iron this out. We're gonna iron that out. Listen, I don't know how much more we gotta do, y'all. It's either it's really simple. Either you want him, either you want that, or you don't. You ain't got to keep playing around with it. And look, and here's the funny thing about it. In case they had any great ideas of going after some of these quarterbacks that have been floating, that has died out. So, and that may be very well case. That may be the case, because they say, look, we rolling with Dak. But, last weekend, you had a lot of Cowboys over there talking about Stafford coming. That's dead. So you got to let that go. Some folks talking about Deshaun Watson. Well, have you seen the price tag, perhaps, that it's going to take to get Deshaun? Cowboys not going to do that. So get that out your head. That's not going to happen. Golf is gone. So the Cowboys really not going to have no choice but to sign Dak Prescott. At least that's what you would think. So on that note, Dak has things under control because they know they need them, but the disrespect of the offer, if that is the offer, 5 years, $175 million, That's insult. Look, now let me say this to us. How some of y'all saying I know how in the world can $175 million be disrespectful? I get it because Dak has earned the right to say how many years he wants, and he shouldn't have to go no higher or no less. He said 4 years, like Wentz and Goff got in their deals. 4 years, not 5. It's not Dak's responsibility to take care of the salary cap. That's not his job. That's Stephen Jones' job. That's not his job. It's not his job to look out for the cap and all that kind of stuff. They weren't worried about the cap when they paid DeMarcus Lawrence. They weren't worried about the cap when they gave Ezekiel Elliott that $90 million extension. They weren't worried about it when they gave $20 million a year to Amari Cooper. They weren't worried about no cap then. They weren't worried about giving no salary cap when they paid Jalen Smith. They weren't worried about no salary cap then. They weren't worried about no money when they paid Lyle Collins. Huh? Now all of a sudden we got to worry about the cap when it comes to Dak Prescott. Y'all figure that out. You weren't worried about it all for nobody else. Now you worried about it about Dak Prescott. How crazy is that? I don't understand it. But I tell you what, if I was Dak Prescott, which is a real possibility, y'all, because it's starting to lean this direction. You know, I hope I'm wrong. I do. I've heard what Dak said about how he want to be a Cowboy for life, and he grew up a Cowboy fan. I get it. When he said at least JJ ain't thinking about Dak in the shower. Like you talking about Dez. I get you. Yeah. I'm thinking it's starting to lean this way, y'all. That unless something happens, Dak is going to take this $38 million for a franchise tag. And after this year, he gone. Now the Cowboys can franchise him again, but here's the kick. If they franchise him again for the third time, that is going to be $51 million for that 1 year. Now, we all know the Cowboys not going to do that. So this year could very well be the last year that we see Dak in a Cowboy uniform. That's it's leaning that way. It's leaning that way, y'all. It's leaning that way. We have no other choice but to look at it. Why? Because they ain't paying them. They're not giving them a long-term deal. Yeah, I mean, what other choice do we have? We don't have no other choice but to see that. We don't have a long. Hey, I'm sorry, big Mr. Harris. I see you. Let me welcome in Mr. Harris on to the Big Time Show. I hope you guys can hear it. Talk to me, Mr. Harris. Welcome to the Big Time Show.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
How's it going?
I'm glad, man. Good to hear you, man.
Good. You making some great points, man. I like the show. You know, you make some great points. You know,
I'm trying. What you think about it, Mr. Harris? Talk to me.
Hey, I live right here in Dallas. I've been here all my life. Been around the Dallas Cowboys. And what you said, Jerry is not doing what he should do. I mean, he's been holding out on this young man here for a couple of years. Dak should have gotten his money last year. And this is what he do. It seems like he don't want him, like you said, year to year, just year to year, you know.
Mr.
Like
Harris.
he got to prove himself.
Mr. Harris, talk.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Let me just ask you this. Why do you think he's not signed?
You really want to know?
Look, this is the Big Time Show, Mr. Harris. We ain't holding.
I know it's a big time. That's the reason I love to listen to you.
We ain't holding nothing back.
because I got my show, Ebony and Ebonics. I'm gonna tell you, it's because Dak is a black man.
My.
If Dak would have been Troy Aikman, he would have been signed. Now that's my opinion. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
If he would have been Goff, he would have been signed. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot tell me that Goff nor this boy in Philadelphia
Mm-hmm.
should be making as much money as Dak. Dak
Mm-hmm.
is very talented, more than either one of these guys here. I'm telling you, big time. It's
Mm-hmm.
because of the color of this man's skin. Jerry has
Mm-hmm.
always been like this. Here. Even with Quincy Carter, he was doing it
Mm-hmm.
as a token. With a token, he just had Carter up there for a token, make it look good. But
Mm-hmm.
Quincy Carter was never in his plan for a long-term quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a part of the Cowboys for years. The Cowboy organization has been a racist organization for years. And I love the Cowboys. Back in the days of Tony Dorsett, Roger Staubach, you couldn't make me do nothing but what I mean. If you said anything bad about the Cowboys, we would fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you now, when Jerry came in there, Jerry came in with that Arkansas mentality, man. And
Mm.
ever since then, a black quarterback has not and will not get paid under Jerry. Now I don't know about Steven. I heard you say that the other day. I don't know about Steven.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Jerry. But Jerry used to be a gunslinger. But maybe it's Steven. I don't know. You tell me, big time. I don't know.
Let me get back and Mr. Harris, I appreciate you calling in. I'm glad you called in because you've been hanging with me for last couple of shows. I'm glad you called in. Let me answer your question, then I'm gonna do a read. But thank you for calling, man.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Here you
Okay.
go. Mr. Harris brought up a very interesting point that a lot of people probably gonna be a little uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable as any race conversations are, and that is his opinion. Okay, I'm not gonna dismiss it. I mean, see, when it comes to racist stuff, nobody is never going to admit it. Okay, what Mr. Harris just said there, Jerry Jones will never get on the microphone and say, I'm not going to pay Dak Prescott because I don't believe in black quarterbacks. Jerry Jones would never do that. They'll be calling for him to sell the team. He wouldn't do that. He'll never do that. But just because he don't say that, it don't necessarily mean he don't think that. I hope y'all caught that. And what we have, okay. Power being security jumped on. We have multiple reports of racist comments, harassment based on stuff. Okay. Multiple show. We monitoring all shows, tracking out. Okay. I didn't think that was racist, but we'll just put it there. Okay. I don't think that um um that is may be the case. Because what we have is the track record. The track record is that when Tony Romo contract came up, Tony Romo didn't have to ask for anything. It just happened. And it was partnered with that Dak Prescott, that Tony, they said, well, Jerry actually said this, that we believe that Tony Romo will win us a Super Bowl. When he talk about Dak, he says, we believe that Dak can win games. Y'all see that? It's a difference there. To Mr. Harris' other part, he was a gunslinger, but let's look at who he paid. And I know what you're talking about, Mr. Harris. See, he paid Dion because Dion was the best. He don't mind paying for the best. He paid Charles Haley because Charles Haley was the best. He had no choice, thank you, Wendy. He had no choice but to pay Emmitt Smith. Because Emmitt Smith was the best at that time. Arguably, the only person that people considered better than him was Barry Sanders at the time. And it just depends on who you believe was the best. Jerry paid guys who he thought were the best. But here's the difference, though, Mr. Harris. That's when there was number one, look who the coach was. It was Jimmy. And Jimmy wanted to win. No, it is no question about that. Jimmy wanted to win, and he wasn't having nothing else but winning players. And it made Jerry want to win. I think Jerry wants to win now, but he don't have that desperation like he did back then. There's a story, and I'll move because I have to do this read. There's a story that's when Deion Sanders got paid for the Cowboys. I told you guys this before, and it's a true story. That when Deion got paid, Stephen Jones, who was doing what he's doing now, who was working in the Cowboy organization, so we're talking 1994. Stephen Jones, once he found out what his dad was paying Deion at that particular time, it was the richest contract in the league. I think about $45 million, whatever years it was, I forgot. Stephen Jones actually jacked his daddy up, Jerry Jones, on the wall and said, this ain't what we're doing. Of course, Stephen didn't win, but the audacity to pick your daddy up by a collar and throw him against the wall was incredible. So, Jerry wanted to win, man. I'm not saying you don't want that gunslinger mentality is not there because Stephen has kind of broken the mentality. They love not overpaying for people now. Jerry back then didn't mind. So Stephen's mentality is kind of taken over to go with to just show you the slight difference. I heard what you said, Mr. Harris, and there's a lot of people that think that way. Let me just say that. Let me just say that to you. Listen, before we keep moving in the show, let me say this again. Today, you guys need to check out the Fragrance Shop Memphis. The Fragrance Shop Memphis is a Facebook page. Listen, don't spend your money on Valentine's Day now on some flowers that's only gonna live for 2 days and some chocolates that's gonna get stale if you don't hurry up and eat them. That is real nice on February the 14th, but by February the 17th or 18th, y'all throwing them flowers in the garbage can. So listen, all you guys have to do, listen, if you want something lasting, go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis. The Fragrance Shop Memphis there. You see the email address there on your screen. The Fragrance Shop Memphis at gmail.com. Go there, pick up a nice bottle of perfume or cologne for your significant other. Hey, just get some new stuff. Just not messing with Old Spice and leather, whatever. You know that old stuff. You know that stuff that let me stop. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just leave that old stuff alone. Get some real cologne and perfume. You can get it right here at the Fragrance Shop Memphis. All you have to do is go to the Facebook page, type in that. We're getting real close. If you're living out of town, it makes no difference. It can get shipped to you. Go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis. The Fragrance Shop Memphis is a sponsor of the Big Time Show podcast, and we are supporting him. It's my fraternity brother in his efforts to go along. Hey, everybody. So, hey, Tommy. I see you. Yeah, okay. Hey, Fred. I see my ADP on here, Coach Lee, and everything else. So, go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis and check that out for me. So, I really believe everybody that they just don't believe in that. That's what I've been. If you've been following me, yeah. That thank you, Ty Brute. Look, y'all don't want to. Y'all don't want no brute and stuff. Go to the fragrance shop, Memphis. Get you some good stuff. They got Bond #9. They got Creed. They got any fragrance that you want. All you have to do is go there. I just don't think they believe in them, y'all. I don't. I just that's what I am. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. Now I know some of you say believe. When you believe in your franchise quarterback, you treat him as such. This guy's getting traded like he's Dak is getting treated like he's a free agent. We're gonna sign you on 1 year. We're gonna do your 1 year deal, 1 year franchise deal. We really thinking about doing a second time a franchise. We don't want to. We really don't want to do it because we really can't see. We're not sold that in the next 4 to 5 years you're gonna bring us a Super Bowl. We know you're gonna win some games. Hey, Jay Hudley, Jay in the Bay, we're good to have you tonight. How much do you think Dak should get paid per year? I believe the starting point, Jay in the Bay, should be wherever Goff and Wentz are. So whatever they are, that's what Dak needs. That should be the foundation. And this is personal opinion on my part, but I think it really shouldn't be a question now that Dak is better than Wentz and Dak is better than Goff. Jay in the Bay says, I would say 30 to 35 million per year, 4-year deal. That's reasonable. My only response to that, Jay in the Bay, would be, is it more than Wentz and Goff? That's if it's $1 more, well, here's the difference, Jay. Goff played in the Super Bowl, no question, but let's be real. He had a great defense, and he had Todd Gurley at the time before Gurley got hurt. He had Henderson also. Oh, and I'm sorry, that battering ram. Forgive me for not knowing his name. They had 2 running backs in the playoff game that they totally destroyed us. And he had, he had good reception. I'm not saying Goff is trash. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But I think that he was protected. Goff was. And I guess you can say the same thing about Dak starting off. I get it. But I can see the progression in Dak every year. I'm seeing this with Goff. I'm seeing the same thing. I don't see the elevation. Wentz actually is on the decline. So when we start talking about that, Dak's record, his stats, touchdowns, wins are all better than the both of them. All you got to do is look in the last 5 years since he's been there. He got to get paid more than those two. Now, that's just my opinion. You say 30 to 35 is good. No. I think it need to be. I think forgive me for not having it, the stats there, but I want to know what Wentz getting paid, and I want to know what Goff is getting paid. My brother Kevin said trade Dak and free him from this franchise. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of, you said Goff's cap hit is $26 million per year and Wentz cap hit is low 30s. That's because they got a lot of money up front. Jay in the Bay. Their signing bonus. See, if you're going to, and I said this on my last show. Now, if you're going to tell me that, yeah, exactly, that the Cowboys have a lot of talent, the defense needs work. No question. But see, Here's the other thing that this here's another reason why my family. Here's another reason why I got a problem with Jerry. This is the reason why. Because they can manipulate the contract the way they want to by simply giving Dak his money up front in a signing bonus. Okay? Just in case you don't know how to cap and contracts work. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, man? Good to see you tonight. Listen, here's why I'm having a problem with the Jones family. When you do the contract, the signing bonus does not go on the cap at all. In other words, I told y'all this other day, let's just say it's $110 million contract, and 85 of it is guaranteed or whatever. You get to do the signing bonus right then and there, and it don't go against the cap. In other words, when he signs his name on the contract and you say we're going to give you a $35 million signing bonus, at that table, you get $35 million check right then. That doesn't go against the cap, and you can manipulate the contract for the base pay every year. So if you give Dak a lot of money up front, maybe in a signing bonus, you can manipulate the contract and say, well, for this year in 2021, we're going to pay Dak Prescott $24 million a year for the base. But if some of you saying, oh, no, he don't supposed to get that. Hold up. If Dak got a $40 million signing bonus and he got that $40 million in his hand before he get up from the table, I believe he would take that. I mean, hey, you got your signing bonus. They can't even get that right. That's why I'm saying I don't get it. I don't get it. If you're not gonna give him his base pay, give it to him in the signing bonus up front. I believe I can't speak for Dak. I can't speak for Dak, so I don't know. Let me take that back. I don't know. Dak may just want that respect. Say, man, look, I want to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL until somebody else come behind me. And let me I said this last time. Let me tell y'all something. This is the reason why they need to get it done rather quickly. Because the Baltimore Ravens have made it very clear that in the next week, they getting ready to take care of Lamar Jackson. That's what they said. Y'all check it out for yourselves. They've said that they're getting ready to take care of him. Okay? Listen. If Lamar Jackson get taken care of before that, the price tag ain't do nothing but go up some more for that. It may not be as much as Lamar, but the price tag gonna go up. If everybody, I'll use Jay in the debate, what he said earlier, let's just say between 30 and 35. If Lamar gets done, contract get done before that, okay, let me tell you something. That 30 to 35 just went up to maybe end result 37, 38. The cow that's it, because you don't base the quarterback position off of the talent. You base the quarterback position off of the market. Every quarterback whose contract came up at one point in time had this distinction. That at that point in time, when they signed their contract, they were the highest paid quarterback in the league. Let's go back. When Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm just using them. When Jimmy Garoppolo got his contract, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league. And we all know Garoppolo ain't that great. He ain't no trash, but he's not great. When Goff got his, Goff was the highest paid quarterback in the league. When Wentz got his, Wentz at that particular time was the highest paid quarterback in the league. I just gave y'all that three. We ain't even talking about Aaron Rodgers and all these guys. Let me throw in another caveat tonight. The Buffalo Bills have said, Hey, Noop, I see you. The Buffalo Bills said they getting ready this year, this offseason, to take care of Josh Allen. Are y'all seeing why, if the Cowboys don't want to sign this guy long term, are y'all understand that they got to do it now? Because if they got a hard time paying Dak now, you sure ain't going to pay him once them two get done. That ain't going to happen because you got to pay him for real. And if they got a problem paying Dak now, it done took 2-3 years, common sense tell us that he's not going to get paid then after they get done. The Cowboys have messed this thing up, man. And like my brother Kevin said, and there it is on the screen, he said, let him go somewhere that will pay him what he's worth. I guarantee you, if Dak leave Dallas, he going to get what he asking for. Kevin said, Kevin understand what I'm talking about. Kevin said, Josh Allen better get paid before Dak. Free Dak. Listen, I'm serious, y'all. Listen. If they don't do it now, it's not going to get done because the price tag, it just going to go up. Chris said at the end of the day, there's no way that the quarterback you said your future should be in this position. It's a slap in the face. Chris, 100% correct. Early in the show, we said it's just flat out disrespectful. There's no other way to put it. It's flat out. I'm telling you right now, there are a bunch of teams that will give Dak Prescott whatever he wants. It's no question about it. And let me say this on a more of a comedian type note here. Let me show you how bad it is. Let me just show y'all this. And the Cowboys are known for this because, see, you know, Jimmy Johnson is the only coach I know who won back-to-back Super Bowls and got fired. This is the organization that sets this type of standard. I'm going to say it again. Jimmy Johnson won the Super Bowl in 1992 and came back and won it in 93 and lost his job. How in the world are you going to fire a two-time back-to-back Super Bowl champion? This is the organization. This is the same owner that's in place now. So let me fast forward it to 2021 and say this. America's beer, which is Budweiser, the king of beers. America's beer, Anheuser-Busch. America's beer paid Dak before America's team. I know some of y'all laughing at me. I get it. But I just told y'all the truth. It's so funny that you can't even laugh. I'm going to say it again. America's beer gave Dak a long-term endorsement contract before America's team paid him. How ridiculous is that? This is the organization that we're dealing with now. And if you watch ESPN this morning, here's the other funny part about it. And I don't get this. ESPN reported, an insider with the Cowboys said, that there have been no talks between the Cowboys and Dak Prescott representation. What? And please don't come to me talking about, well, we got to see Dak after his injury before we decide whether you want to pay him or not. We got to know, is he still the man? And we got to know if he's ready. We got to know this. Look, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it sounds like a lot of excuses that's coming up for me. When he was healthy, you didn't pay him. Now he's hurt, and now you want to use that excuse maybe, for not paying him. So I don't know what Dak can do. When he good, he can't get paid. When he made Pro Bowls, he can't get paid. He threw for almost 5,000 yards. He can't get paid. Threw for 30 touchdowns. He can't get paid. I don't get it. Chris says we should be concentrating on draft dreams at this point. Jerry F that up and continues to prove his incompetence pertaining to anything that involves the team. Well, we can do the draft, Chris, all we want, but let me say this. The draft ain't gonna do no good if you don't have no quarterback. And please, nobody come telling me about Andy Dalton or Gilbert or whatever. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. See, Dak is gonna come back. He's gonna come back. The question is when. I would make him sweat. I wouldn't sign the deal. Period. Until it's time to play ball. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't sign it. You need to make it. You got because he's not gonna turn down $38 million, and he can't play nowhere else this year because the Cowboys got all the rights to him. So he's not gonna sit out a year. At least I don't think he would. So I got a feeling that he's gonna come back. I got a feeling he's gonna come back regardless. He need to make him sweat though. You know, last year he had all the guys at his house throwing balls on his football field at his house, was on time for camp, being a good company guy. He need to change it up a little bit. He don't need to show up this year. Don't invite nobody to your house. Don't. Just go get you some receivers and rent them out and play that way. Don't even do it. Send a message. Stop being so nice. Stop being nice. Chris says Tony Romo was, in my opinion, good quarterback, but where is that love that's shown to him when it comes to that? Romo had 3, 8, and 8 seasons before he figured something out. Exactly. Wendy said he need to go to Cabo. The funny thing about that, Chris, is this. Tony had those 8 and 8 seasons and got paid quick. Look, Chris, Tony Romo got paid with those seasons and didn't even have to ask. Come on, I mean, come on, man. I just don't understand it. I don't. But Jerry, when it came to Dak, he got to go through all these obstacle course. Yeah, Chris said Dak might need to switch to Corona. I love it. So I don't know what what else do he have to do? I mean, Teddy Pendergrass it's not Teddy, but Harry Melvin and the Blue Notes, but Teddy was the lead singer. Said it like this. Teddy said, "If you don't know me by now, you will never ever know me." And that's what I feel about that. Kevin is on this tip. My brother Kevin ain't hearing nothing else. See, I know how my brother work. My brother just state. When my brother line up when Kevin line up on it, that's it. Kevin says, look, Dak need to just go somewhere else and go on flourish. That's what Teddy said though. If you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. And I'm serious tonight. Jared, I mean, there's nothing else to do. Huh? I mean, I don't know what else he got to do to prove himself. And if all this is dependent on, show us how your ankle is when you come back. If that's what it's dependent on, then I agree with Kevin. Just get on out of here. Just go on, get your $38 million and go on. Oh, y'all ready now? Tell you first, Wendy said, and Tina's, what's love got to do with it? Chris says, what is left for Dak to prove? We know that nobody can sing like Eddie Kane. I love it. I love it. I mean, come on now. In other words, y'all know what he talking about, Eddie Kane. Chris saying when Eddie Kane said nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. I love it. Come on, y'all. I don't know what else Dak got to do. I don't know what else he got to do. I'm irritated tonight because for some reason, Dak has to go through the CIA, the FBI, security. He has to go through the security through the airport. He has to go through the Pentagon. He has to go through the Justice League of America. He has to go through the Avengers in order to get paid. I don't get it. I ain't never seen this. No other quarterback has had to do this. Kirk Cousins, somebody gonna say, well, Kirk Cousins wanted this. Kirk Cousins wanted the franchise tag. Kirk Cousins believed he wasn't gonna get hurt. He'd rather take that chance. Kirk Cousins wanted all that money on the front. So we can't compare Dak. Dak want long term. Kirk Cousins wanted the franchise tag. Dak Prescott don't want this franchise tag. He want to be in Dallas. Now he said that, and I believe him. So I just don't know, y'all. I appreciate all you guys' comments tonight because y'all Wendy opened up my eyes on one area. I'm convinced that Tad Prescott, hey, bro, Wayman Perry, glad you joined in. Jared's wasting everyone's time. Either pay him or let him walk. Wayman, last week, I would have agreed with you on that let him walk part. But a few things happened that's going to eliminate that. And that is Stafford and Goff got traded. And when it comes to Deshaun, we're not into Deshaun Watson, sweepstakes. The price tag is just way too high. Okay. So that's the reason why I say I'll let him walk. You would let him walk if you already had a plan set. You see what I'm saying? And if that plan included one of those guys, Stafford or something like that, then, then I get it. But with them guys already gone and settled down, and we know we're not in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, you're not letting them walk now. You got to trade them. If you don't want them, you trade them. And you got to get what you can get for them. And you're going to get a lot for them. It probably won't be on the level of what Detroit got from the Rams. It probably won't be that. And whatever Deshaun, if he's traded, it probably won't be that big of a price tag. But Dak would get some nice compensation back. No question. He would. But I think it's too late now because them guys are gone. So you're not letting them walk. You got to trade them if that be the case. And then, of course, you just pay them and we good. Kevin says that the Colts or the Broncos will gladly take them, especially as far as the Colts go, especially since Phillip Rivers retired. Can you imagine Dak Prescott with the Colts next year? Oh, my goodness. That offensive line, the best line in the game, that running game they have, T.Y. Hilton still there, got a great tight end. All they need is pretty much another good number two. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That defense they have, you put Dak Prescott there, the Colts are a Super Bowl contender right then and there. I ain't got no question about that. You talking about the Broncos. Okay, the Broncos. So that means Drew Lock will be gone. Okay, that's the quarterback there. All right, let's go. Check it out. I'm gonna get back to you, Wayne. I'm gonna keep your comment there because I don't want to miss it. The coach, you put Denver there. Denver has Jared Judy and what's my guy? Cortland Sutherland. They got Nick Font as a tight end. Pretty decent line. Defense is not as potent as that one was, but they all right. All Dak would fit perfect in Denver. Okay? Wayman says true, but Dak's not under contract, so it would be hard to trade him. Exactly, if Dak don't sign the contract. But keep in mind, Dak, because they have his rights. If he don't, because they haven't put the tag on him yet. But once you put the franchise tag on him, he can't go nowhere else. Yeah, he can't. Kevin is saying he can't go nowhere else. If they put the tag on him, if he don't sign the contract, he can't play nowhere else. He's a Cowboy for that 1 year. That's just how it is. He can't be a free agent. Kevin just answered you. He said, just tag him and they could trade him. It's simple. Exactly. If they don't want him, just trade him. Exactly. I see you, Jacquez, but let me get back to my guy, Chris. Chris said, man, if this deal don't get done and we have another disappointing season, I already know I'm going to have to start smacking the haters. It's hard. He out here for a Cowboy fan. I already know. Exactly. Saturday Night Smoke on Podbean said you can't trade a player on the franchise tag. I think you can, Saturday Night Smoke. You can. You can trade. The other team would just have to accept that whatever that player is getting paid on the tag. You can do that. But I don't know. Jacquez says Dak has to sign the tag. Exactly. Jacquez also said Dak getting signed, Cowboys, they have no choice. It's looking that way, Jacquez. He said we can't tag them. We don't have the cap to. Well, they going the cap is 38. The cap, excuse me. The tag, it would be $38 million this year. We just won't have no money to pay nobody else, which means our little free agents gonna come from the bottom of the barrel like we did this year, and it's gonna happen. We'll have to have enough money to sign the rookies and the practice squad players. All these big names that everybody want, y'all can forget it. I seen a lot of people wanting Richard Sherman. Forget it. Unless Richard will sign for peanuts, which Richard Sherman not gonna do. So, if we have to tag him, we headed for another year like this year. I ain't saying we're gonna be 6-10, but if Dak is there, we're not gonna be 6-10. But I ain't saying no Super Bowl either. The Cowboys have messed this up. Not the Cowboys. Jerry Jones have messed this up. Should have been taken care of. Some say 3 years ago. It should have been done at least 2 years ago. No question about that. It should have been done. And now, since it has not been done, what we got is a problem with my guys suffering. Dak not suffering. He good. It's Cowboy fans that suffering now. Wayman said, I don't think they can't trade him until he signs a tag. The Steelers had the same issue with Bell when he wouldn't sign a tag. But check it out, Wayman. He's not under contract right now. The year is over with. He got his $31 million. He ain't signed the next tag, right? But he's an unrestricted free agent, which means that he's a restricted free agent, which means that whatever team, if he wanted to go that route, the Cowboys had the right to come back and match the deal. But it's got to be a deal. There ain't going to be no franchise tag. See, Dak got a lot of power here, but he's so quiet, which really irritates me, that he could simply come out. Now, his brother is doing a whole lot of talking. But I want to hear from Dak. And I'm not saying his brother don't know. I believe that is the case. That I had to change my position on his brother. I believe his brother is saying exactly what Dak wanted him to say. But Dak could really cause a lot of controversy. All he got to say is, look, I played on the franchise tag. I got hurt. I do not want to play on another franchise tag. And he could drop the mic right there. With him saying that, I promise you, that would cause a lot of headlines if he just said that. I played on the franchise tag. I don't wanna play on it again because my next injury could be a career-ending injury. That's what he could say. And he said, I don't want to do it. The translation of that is, I won't sign it. That's what the translation of it is going to be. And I really believe that would cause a lot of controversy if he said just that. So let me get to Jaquez again. Thank you for Jaquez for joining. Now, Dak got all the leverage. He can hold him hostage to the last day attack. Ain't no doubt about it. That's what I'm saying. Chris said, bro, I'm tired, boss. My blood pressure been high ever since Jerry let Jimmy walk. Chris, you almost on oxygen. Coach Bree Love, my guy, Coach Bree Love is here. He said, let's get on one accord and seek a Super Bowl. It's all about what's good for me. Stop the line. It's all about the money. Yeah, I mean, that's the bottom line. They want to pay him what they want to pay him. They want to pay him what they want to pay him. That's what the problem is. And Dak has earned the right through his play, whether some of y'all agree with it or not, through his play, he's earned the right to be asking for this type of money. And some folks gonna say, well, man, look, the Jones family, the Jones family offered them 5 years, $175 million. I mean, what else do you want? Well, they ain't what we want. Dak said he want 4 years. That's that. Look, hey, Dak said he want. Now they've studied it, and Dak can come back and get some more money because the TV contracts are gonna kick into play. So when them 4 years over, you can imagine what a quarterback market is gonna be at that particular time. And he get 4 years, and be honest with you, if he signed a 4-year deal in that third year, that's when the next contract gonna be done. Not the 4th year. They're not gonna let him get to the 4th year again because it's gonna be too much on the cap. So Dak is saying, look, I need a 4-year deal. So in that third year, I can get another contract. And if he keep progressing like he's progressing, can you imagine what that's gonna be? So Dak has got Dak has got the cards in his hand. Dak got it. I just don't see, where I see it, it's becoming real frustrating. So my prediction tonight, y'all, since Chris, you got Wendy said, yes, sir. He can pocket the ball, so he can now. Gotta not look at the ball. He did it. Hail Mary, mom, dad, brother killed himself. What else can Jerry say? I mean, it's no question about the mental toughness of this kid. It's no question about that. He's been through a lot. He's been through a whole lot. Mike says, what about a swap? What about a swap Dak for Watson? Coach, if you study Deshaun's contract, get your feelings out the way, everybody. Let me pause here. Get your feelings out the way. Get it out the way and just listen. If that was to happen, what Coach said, if I'm not mistaken, Deshaun Watson next 2 years on a contract are contract friendly for an organization. And I believe because the Cowboys had to pick up his contract, and the Cowboys, what Deshaun got from Houston was what I was talking about earlier. You got a big signing bonus, and the cap for him on the cap, his salary is in the 20s, $20 million plus. It's not even 30. Would that make sense for the Cowboys? Because if Deshaun Watson's contract was on the cap for the Cowboys this year, that means you'll have way more money to go after some heavy free agents. Does it make sense? Yes, it makes sense, Coach. Breed Love, it would. But Dallas ain't gonna Dallas wouldn't trade. It wouldn't be a straight up trade for Watts. The Cowboys would have to give up a whole lot more. The template or the standard for that is just look at the Rams and Detroit. The Rams just got Stafford out of there, but look what they had to give up to get him. And that's the standard for the draft. I'm sorry I don't have those what Detroit got, but they got a lot of big draft picks. So that'll be the easy standard for a trade for Houston. But because it's Deshaun Watson, it's going to cost a whole lot more. And I don't think the Cowboys would do that. I don't think they would. And in my opinion, Coach, and I realize Watson is young, and I realize we talking probably about another 8 to 10 years worth of having him, and he is great, no doubt about it. But I don't think it's worth that. I don't. That's just me. You already gonna get stripped of this year's draft. You got to give us some more picks for next year. Also, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Wendy says Dak could take all of Jerry's power by walking in. This is what I want now. Buy it, JJ, you evil troll. Wayman says the problem with the contract offer is that he would make more money average by signing the tag, 31, 38, 41. That's more than 110 all cash, which averages out to somewhere in excess of $37 million. Absolutely right, Wayman, which is the reason why they need to go on and sign him and get it done. So Wayman says, so why then would he take anything under $37 million? Exactly my point. Coach said it's all about money. We don't have it in it, so it could be a good deal for Watson. It could be as just what are you going to give up along with that to get it? That's the only question. How much is going to cost you? And some cause, if you play dominoes, you done heard this statement. If you talk trash when you play dominoes, all money ain't good money. Like if on dominoes, you got 10 out of it, but when you put that domino down, you're gonna give up 20 to the person that you're paying, and sometimes you got to play a little defense. And I just that's me, a coach. You may think it's worth it, and I understand it because Deshaun Watson's gonna play for another 10 years, maybe. And I get it. But I don't think it's worth it. Chris says Dak is just today's issue, but there are many issues that need to be addressed. I still can't believe the unmitigated gall of our so-called fans to even suggest that Dak is not the man for the job. He can't do it on the lonely. He needs a coaching staff. Well, Dak Prescott have always been a divided issue in Cowboy land. And I was on the other side of it too, Chris. I didn't quite I when he first started out, first couple years, I said, Dak is being protected by the team that's surrounding him. I've always said that Dak couldn't carry a team. That was my first couple years. I also said that if Dak, as long as Ezekiel Elliott was running, the offensive line was moving, the defense played good, keeps games close, Dak can game manage his way to a victory. That's what I was saying at first. I also said about Dak back then, and Wendy's on here because she know it. I can't tell you how many arguments we used to have, not me and her per se, but in the group that we used to be in together. I also said that in the fourth quarter, if a team is up 14 points and then you have to switch and say, okay, Dak, we can't depend on Ezekiel Elliott no more. We need you to carry us. I said Dak wasn't capable of that because he dink and dunk too much. He can't throw the ball down the field. You ain't going to be able to do it. That's what I said about him. All right. Last couple of years, I've had to switch that because I done seen his progression. And now he can carry a team. You can He's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? He done switched from being a game manager to, matter of fact, defensive coordinator. What does they say? They say this. They said back in the day, they said, hey, we want to take out Ezekiel Elliott. We want Dak to throw the ball. That's what they said at first. Now, they still don't want Ezekiel to run, but at the same time, you don't hear that no more talking about, well, Dak can't get it done. Yeah, he can get it done. He can get it done now. So I've had to change my position on him because I've seen the progression. And I now say Dak can carry a team. He can. He can. He changed me. I mean, I ain't afraid to say it. Wendy says, now if the team, excuse me, I'm saying, Wendy said the team said he was the heart pumping the team, now he'll get mad. Yeah, that will need to happen. He need to get upset. He needs to get upset. I just don't know what it's gonna take, family. I don't know. I just don't know what it's gonna take. Wayman said if it wasn't that Dak couldn't throw the ball down the field, the OC was holding him back. That's true too. Scott Linehan, in my opinion, who I called for his job forever, was horrible. So I agree with it. Wendy said he can be a legend. Some Cowboy fans think he already is. Wayman, that's a great point. That's a great point because Wayman, my mind is thinking back. I remember, even though the defense was kind of set up, to just not let them score quick, I do remember how Green Bay jumped on us badly in the playoff game, and Dak stormed back. And I know the defense kind of changed a little bit, whatever, but he still had to bring us back. Couldn't run the ball so much. And he brought us back to where we could have won that game against Rodgers and that. So I agree with you on that. You make you want to say, okay, why can't he do that at first? And you're right, because he wanted to establish a running game with Zeke, and I get it. Exactly. Wayman, I look, I'm a Cowboy fan. I got a memory up here that I can remember stuff. They took the chains off of them and the shackles off of them, and let them go to work, and we found out when we started seeing small signs. And what Kellen Moore has done, even though I don't agree with some of his play calling, what Kellen Moore has done is that he done let Dak throw the rock first. We're now at the point now where we're begging Ezekiel Elliott to get 20 carries in a game. That's where we at. Ezekiel Elliott, y'all check Ezekiel Elliott stats out for the last year and a half, 2 years. How many games did he get the ball over 20 times? He's not getting the ball like that. But when you look at Dak numbers, he's throwing the ball 30, 33 plus times a game. That tells me that you believe in your quarterback. That's what Moore did. You let him throw it around. You drafted receivers because you wanted to throw the ball. That's why we got Lamb. You believe in your quarterback to throw the ball. So his progression has went up. And he's changed my yeah. Wayman said Washington's 25 and Dak is 27. So what's that discussion about? Well, I believe that's just a matter, Bro Perry. I believe that's just a matter of opinion, because a lot of people believe that Deshaun Watson is better than Dak Prescott. They believe Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback in this league, and they see Deshaun getting better and better. They look at the fact that Deshaun had nobody in Houston this year and put up the numbers that he did. Historical numbers. So they figure if you give Deshaun a team, it's really going to get ridiculous. So that's just a matter of an eye test, if you ask me. I believe it's just a matter of who you like. But I believe two things can be true at one time. Both of them are good. And I believe with both of them, you can win. It's really just a matter of, you know, Deshaun is more athletic than Dak. I think we know that. Dak can rip it. Deshaun probably has a little bit more strong arm. Deshaun with no team, I think he completed over 70% of his passes this year. That's incredible. But Dak was at 67, I believe 66, 67. So, not much of a difference. Deshaun is probably a little bit more injury prone than Dak, even though Dak got hurt this year. It's Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Flip a coin. You can win with both of them. It's just that I think that everybody probably would agree. Well, majority of people will say that Deshaun is better than Dak, but it ain't like it's a gigantic gap in between now. It's not. It's not a gigantic gap at all. It's not. Even if you say Dak is better than Watson, even if that's the case, it's not much of a gap. You can win with both of them. The question is, who is the defensive coordinator more scared of? Is he going to be more scared of Deshaun or Dak? My opinion, I think they'll be scared more of Deshaun because Deshaun runs a whole lot more than Dak. That's the only reason why. Deshaun runs the ball way more than Dak does. He'll pull it down and roll. Dak don't run like that. He will. Dak may run the ball a game maybe 3 to 4 times. Deshaun, however, run him at least 7 times, 6 to 7 times a game. And Deshaun is dangerous when he pull the ball down. That's really the only difference. That's just my opinion. Chris says, I need to write a letter to Jerry stating that I'm tired of being a fan from South Carolina, repping a team from Texas, and enduring the constant unnecessary meddling that continues to show that you need to sit down, be humble, sit down, be humble. Exactly when they told Dak not to run. And Dak hasn't. He'll do it only when necessary. Deshaun running is a part of the playbook. Chris, you my kind of guy, man. I tell you. Jerry ain't gonna listen to nothing you said though. Jerry gonna look at you, man, and say, "Hey, man, look, I appreciate you, but I'm gonna get it done." Jerry tell you I get it done, man. Just hang with me. Just stick with me. Jerry would be all right, man. I think we all know this. Jerry would be all right if he was just the owner and give up the general manager tag. I think we'll be all right. But he haven't. And he will not do it. And I think that's a problem, what's going on. I appreciate you guys. Let me do this read here. Podbean Security, hey, how you doing tonight? We apologize for any controversy that may have come through the show. We'll watch what we're saying and why we say it and watch how we do it. We didn't mean any ill intent. These are just the opinions of fans, and it is what it is, and it was good. But we thank you. Thanks, okay. Thank you so much. We didn't. I'm glad to know somebody's on there. I appreciate that. It's a good thing that I am on Podbean. Podbean won't let things get too out of control. It's good to know that. This is the first time it's happened. We heard the heat, and we'll make sure that we'll handle it from here. Listen, tonight as we get ready to leave, again, I want to tell you guys about the fragrance shop. Now, I'm telling you guys, look, if I put my stamp on it, it's good as gold. I need some of you guys to go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis. It's a Facebook page. You guys need to go there because Valentine's Day is approaching. And, if you want to do something other than the usual, the flowers, the candy, and all that, listen, why don't you give your significant other a nice big bottle of cologne or perfume? You can do that if you go to the fragrance shop, Memphis. All you have to do is go there, and they have every fragrance that you can think of, and it's going to be at a nice retail price. It won't be like it is if you're going to the actual store. It's going to be a little bit cheaper. I promise you that. This is ran by my fraternity brother, and I promise you, you will be satisfied. If you're out of town, it makes no difference. Listen, it can be shipped to you immediately. Do something different. You can get a jump start now on Valentine's Day. Go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis. The Fragrance Shop Memphis on Facebook. I believe everybody here has a Facebook page. Go to the Fragrance Shop Memphis. The email address is fragranceShopMemphis@gmail.com. I promise you, you will be satisfied with the selections that you will have. I appreciate everybody. All right. I appreciate you, Wendy. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Wayman, my guy, I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Listen, I will be back Saturday at 3 o'clock. I'm between now. Wendy says we should make sure they get Memphis because it's more than 3 exactly. Okay. If you're going to that, please type in the Fragrance Shop Memphis. Don't type in the Fragrance Shop. Type in the Fragrance Shop Memphis, and then you will get run right into my guy, and he'll take care of you from there. Saturday at 3 o'clock, I will be back. I'm probably going to look. This thing's so hot, we probably going to have to talk about this again, because I got a feeling between now and Saturday, we're going to get some more information. I can see it coming. So I believe we might touch on this. We might touch on some more Cowboy-related issues. I will see you guys this Saturday at 3 o'clock. Thank you for contributing to the show. Speaking of that, I'll close with this, of course. Listen, if you want to become a patron of the show, listen, there it is on my screen. At $, the Big Time Show, that's my Cash App. You can become a patron of the show if you contribute to that. If you're on Podbean right now, you can see you should have a button on your phone or your laptop or your computer that says become a patron. All you have to do is go there, press the button. Not asking for much. Appreciate you. Just joining in. Not asking for much. I hope that you do it. I appreciate it. Would appreciate it so much. If not, it's still cool. I just like you guys listening. I'm glad somebody just want to hear what I got to say. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. All you have to do is do that. Until then, good people, I'm going to holler at y'all. Thank you, Mr. Harris, for your contribution tonight. Thank you, Miss Ty. Thank you, Podbean Security, if you're still here. And thank you, Saturday Night Smoke, for helping us out tonight. Oh, I see somebody else that slipped in. I can't read it. Seb Neezer 19. I hope I pronounced that right. On Podbean, thank you for everyone that joined in on this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to see you this Saturday night. Let me get to the chat. I don't want to miss all you guys. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Harry. Wendy just asked me a question. That's a good way to close it, Wendy. Before I leave, because I've been talking so long, I forgot to check my phone. Let everybody get your phone out as we leave now. Everybody get your phone out. Let's see if we can look at this. Let me see. Well, no breaking news, which means this, y'all. Dak's still not signed. I just checked my phone. I thought maybe a miracle. had happened. Next time is the next pod meeting. I'm coming on at 3 o'clock, man. 3 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, Chris, on Saturday. If you listen, for those that are on Facebook Live, if you can't join me live like this, what I need you to do is go to Podbean. Go to Podbean, download it to your phone or your computer or whatever. Download it to your phone and just search out the Big Time Show podcast and follow me. That's all you have to do. And you can listen to me live just in case you can't see me on Facebook. That's all you have to do. Go to Podbean, Podbean, Podbean. Follow me there. Find the Big Time Show podcast. And I promise you, all you have to do is follow it, and I go live on Podbean just like you see me here everywhere else. All right. Now, look, if y'all want to email me, go to the Big Time Show 3. The Big Time Show 3, excuse me, at gmail.com. Let me know what y'all think about the show of the Big Time Show 3, the number 3 at gmail.com. Email me if you have any type of suggestions or something. We can just conversate that way. But until then, y'all keep y'all phone busy and check it out sometime because I just checked it out. Dak still ain't signed, y'all. Ain't that a shame? I'll see y'all Saturday. Holla. Podbean, you get the closing out. Y'all know how it is on this show. With no question about it. We ready. It is the Big Time Show. Woo! See you Saturday. Miss Ty with the throwbacks. Oh my God. Some of that stuff smell good though. Podbean, keep your phones handled. We ain't saying nothing. Dak still ain't signed. I got to take some blood pressure medication now. I'll see y'all Saturday, 3 o'clock.